It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Enough build up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And here we go from LA. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Dak off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing, and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. First down, here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Dump off caught by his back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again following the sack. Ferguson's got it. Complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing on first is Prescott. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms, but it slips through. Second down coming up.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Dak throwing again. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Another throw for Prescott. He's on the move. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear in the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Throwing is Stafford on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. It's caught. Ferguson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Dak now from the gun. Completed here to Pickens. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll come up 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Second down now, 7 to go. Prescott will look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. 1st and 10, Prescott. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Back to him on 2nd and goal. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Complete. It's Atwell. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Tight end in motion right. 2nd and 6 now. It's complete to Higbee. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. And they send a man in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Give to Williams from the gun. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Ethan Evans on out a punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stop made by Braden Fisk.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Dumped off to his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. 1st down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see third down. Now Prescott. He has the first over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Cowboys hoping to grow their lead before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. This one's caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Dak throwing again. And in for the Dallas touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Stafford from the gun. He'll get this one to Adams. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Defense showing blitz. Stafford. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Stafford now on 1st down. This will be caught by Adams. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Now Stafford again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when he let that ball go.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Out left, Lamb makes the ground. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Completed here to Pickens. And this one does not go far. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From 37 yards in the right hash. Gay's kick is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of adjustments to make during the break. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Stafford. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Stafford now against a blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. He's got to gain a 6 there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the 29, he's got the hook up to Atwell, and he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play, and the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he drives this forward to the 6. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down from the red zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams drop the lead back to 13. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Dak off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great-looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He gets this one in Nakua. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Quick slant, taken in by Nakua. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. This is hauled in by Atwell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it brings up an LA first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10 from the 41. They're going play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. So it's 2nd down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. He lobs it up. Look, he's got it inside the 10. And he gets the first down before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They send the tight end in motion. From the red zone now. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just... So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play's going to remain a touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dak now from the gun. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Play action, Prescott. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 44 yards on his 1st kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Stafford now on 1st down. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead with Williams. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stafford back to throw. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back sorry.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's caught for the first. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying an option play, headed left. And he's able to work this down to the 41. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Going right back to the fullback, next play. And he's brought down for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Out come the Rams on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them that does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys go up by 12 in the fourth. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more. Trying for it on the ground. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And it just feels like he's been fighting uphill since this one kicked off today, doesn't it? The mistakes just canceling out a lot of what he's been able to do offensively on the positive end of things. This defense, man, they have seized on the mistakes and made life difficult. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
This pass caught by Nakua. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Now Stafford again. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, LA. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Brought in right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Cowboys with a 5-point lead. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the fair catch made here at the 15. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams have their work cut out for them on this drive. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. This will be caught by Adams. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And now it's 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. To throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. With the win all set, Cowboys in victory formation, and they take a knee. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Cowboys are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.